We're going to move on to the Dallas Mavericks just super quickly. Now you've gone about a year and a half from being in the finals, and now you are currently the 14th seed in the West. I think we've already made it pretty clear how, not just us, obviously, but the entire NBA world has made it pretty clear how bad management has been for the Dallas Mavericks in the past year. Um, but yeah, you have these two close losses where you kept it pretty close between Houston and Detroit. Again, we haven't known the game against New Orleans. We're filming on a Wednesday. Haven't It hasn't played yet. But these last two games you've kept it neck and neck, and then you've kind of collapsed either in the second half or in the fourth quarter to two superior teams, I might add, which Detroit and Houston 2 years ago, if I said that, I would laugh. I
Yeah,
would think that that was the funniest joke. But
very much.
there's been some injuries, not too much, as expected. But you see Derek Lively go down again. He's been hurt. He's not going to play on Wednesday against New Orleans. Daniel Gafford just came back from his injury, but also Anthony Davis sidelined. I mean,
It's a joke, man.
it's not even a joke, man. It's a really cruel joke if it's a joke. I mean, it is. This is just torture. It's just straight torture. I mean, this team's not even fun, really, to watch. The offense just is still kind of struggled to click. Um, I think a lot of people thought Cooper Flag was going to be this generational star, and I think that he still can. Let me backtrack. Let me backtrack before people get angry real quick. I think he will be a great superstar. I think he will be a star. But I think to his expectations that people were thinking of this season, so far he has not really met that. But he's still playing, good. He's averaging 14 points per game, 6 rebounds a game, 3 assists a game as the team's starting point guard. Do you think that that's a good idea to put him at point guard still? Do you think that this is something that Jason Kidd should do?
I don't, but I think it's a holdover. I mean, you were saying that last week how they're not putting him in the best position to succeed, and I have to really agree. And he's tried to make the most out of it as the young rook, again, the youngest guy in the league, which again, I don't think gets a lot of coverage. He is the youngest player in the game right now, out here playing in Mexico and playing against some of these guys who have been in the league for over a decade. I don't think they're setting him up in the right path, but I do think it's a holdover until Kyrie comes back. I don't think that's going to be like the normal offense to come. He's no Luka Doncic, we know that, but I understand what you're saying that people may need to pump the brakes and say let the guy grow because he probably has not met expectations for the first few weeks, and he had crazy high expectations. It's not his fault. And so I think that putting all that on him would be unfair by some people in the media because this guy was hyped for so many years since he was 15 years old, which was,
Hmm.
again, not too long ago because he's so young. But going from playing at the academy to playing at Duke and to playing in the Dallas Mavericks in such a quick span, you got to find a way to get your reps. So I'm glad he's at least putting up some points because that first matchup, the first game he had was a little bit ugly, but he's getting more shots up for sure. I trust that he'll get better. The guy's 18. But this Mavs team, like you were saying, the offense is just anemic. They look like they don't really have any flow. There's nobody who we can really trust to handle the rock too much. And again, that's a holdover because I think Kyrie will be back and healthy. It'll look much better in the future. But for now, just very hard to watch offensively.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll get more fluid, especially when Kyrie comes back, but that's still a really long time from now. I kind of hope that Max Christie can become a dog. I think that he's doing all right. He's averaging third, he's third on the team in minutes per game. He's averaging about 13 points. I need him to be a dog. For this trade to be somewhat worth it, need him to be a dog. I need him to take a huge step, which he, quite frankly, has, he's done a good job so far this year, but I do want to see him take some significant improvements. Other than that, some guy who I've been dangerously, who I've been dangerously afraid of now? I'm afraid of
Afraid
Derek
of it what with?
Lively
Uh,
failing as becoming
oh
a
no.
bust.
Oh
And
no.
he's just, well, I mean, what do you mean, oh no? Like this guy sucks. He's not good without Luca. I mean, I knew I
You
had
said
a
he's a
feeling.
lob merchant?
Well, he wasn't a lob merchant, but he benefited greatly from playing with a generational
Oh, for
point guard
sure.
playmaker that could lob it to him from any angle, make it a perfect lob. He's struggling. He's struggling, and he can't stay on the floor, and that's really, really worrying. At this point, Chet Holmgren has been able to stay a little bit healthier than him, which is pretty bad. I don't know how much games Chet Holmgren has played, but he played more than him last year, and I believe he's injured now. But if he's not, it's looking pretty bad for Derek Lively. I hope that he can stay healthy, and when he does, it's just worrisome. He's not playing good. He's not playing good enough for his third year. Didn't have a lot of growth in his second year. Was battered by injuries. You just kind of wish that he could kind of help his game is a lot of just, being inside the paint, getting offensive rebounds to score.
Hmm.
But you kind of wish that, I know he's working with Tyson Chandler. Maybe get some post games going, maybe try to get some more, you know,
Get a bag.
aggression, aggression.
Maybe he needs Hakeem. Maybe he needs Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't know. Hakeem is more finesse though. He wasn't defensively. People know him as a physical guy, but as far as his offensive game, people like always talk about his footwork. So maybe Hakeem is not the guy you want to go to for being a bruiser down low, possibly. But
Well,
Derek
Bradley just had
Lively,
surgery on his foot, man. But watch out.
yeah. But I somewhat agree with what you're saying. Um, it is kind of interesting how since that trade, the numbers obviously have gone down from. It must have been fun to have a guy who can lob it to you pretty much at will almost. Um, but yeah, Derek Lively, he's all right. I won't completely say that he's leaning towards bust just yet, but this team,
I am.
man, you're there. You're almost there. You're like almost there, right there. We're talking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to call him a bust. I mean, he was
Whew.
great first year, obviously.
Oh.
I need to see, and it sucks. It sucks. He needs to be more, I hate to be rough on him. He's one of my favorite players. I love his personality. He seems like he's a great culture guy, but right now he's just, he's been underperforming for too long. He's been having too many injuries. It's
Hmm.
really, really starting to affect this team. He was a high draft pick, 12th overall. We traded our 10th overall for the 12th overall, basically, straight up for him.
Hmm.